Hey everyone, I'm going to be doing a maiden flight on this little UMX that I built. This is basically kind of based off the UMX turbo timber that I took all the parts out of. So I had all these electronics in the Timber Scout that I built, and it did okay, but it just flew really terrible in safe mode, and it kind of made it unflyable. And so I ended up taking it apart. It did fly okay, but not super great, and I figured since I had an extra piece of foam board, I'd build another plane. This whole plane, I used maybe half a sheet of foam board, so it's a really small amount. This weighs exactly the same as the turbo timber that all the parts came out of. And I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I did on it. So I have the motor on it, and then up front I have the battery. I have a little battery tray. You can see the receiver back there with the servos. And then this little lid that I built that's got magnets on it, so you can just put that under there and the magnets clip it together. And then I didn't need to add these struts, but I thought I would add them because I think it looks kind of cool. So I'm not running flaps. I will though. If this flies good, I'm going to add the flaps to it. I left the room to do it. I have all the parts to do it, but I wanted to fly it first and see how it did. When I add the flaps, it will add about 10 grams of weight to it, which isn't a lot, so it shouldn't affect the way it flies. But I want to try it like this first and just see how it did. So, now that we've kind of gone through the plane, let's see if it flies. So, I'm going to be taking off out of safe mode, because in safe mode, the elevator has pretty minimal amount of throw, and I can't really adjust it. So, I'm going to try it out of safe mode and just see how it flies. Looks like it's up and going. It's flying good. Wow. It's actually flying really good. So I'm going to do a little bit. Do a little bit of trimming. Well, the plane, I put it in safe mode and it flipped upside down and I lost it, but it's like perfect. Nothing broke on it. It looks like it landed on its wheels, luckily. So we're gonna try another takeoff, and I'm gonna fly it out of safe and see how it does. See if I need to do any trimming. Yeah, everything looks good. All right. See what happens. Okay, we're gonna walk this way. That's flying straight, no hands. Flying good. I'm gonna fly it a little bit and get some elevation and flip it into safe mode and see what it does again. That was super weird that it flipped over. It's actually flying really good. I had it almost exactly 50% throttle. Doing really well, really well. Oh yeah, here's full throttle. It actually does good. Looks like I got the angle on the motor great, because hitting full throttle, it doesn't try to go up. So let's hit full throttle again right here. There's full throttle. That's doing good. This thing's doing great. Alright, I'm gonna flip it in safe mode and see what it does. Okay. Yeah, I flipped it in safe mode, and It tried to flip over again. So I gotta see what's going on with that. Wow, this thing does really good. It flies flat. You can see it's shaking a little bit, and some of that might be the light wind we have. It is a really light plane, but it flies pretty slow. It flies really nice. It really couldn't be happier. Like, look at that. I'm not even touching the controller. It's flying itself. Do a flyby here. Look at that thing go. I'm really happy with it. This thing just flies great. This thing's flying really good. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I need to investigate the safe, because the safe is not doing its job. And obviously we can fly it outside the safe, so that's fine. Let's get a little bit of elevation and try a couple rolls. Yeah, there we go. Slow rolling. Nothing crazy. It's not like, it doesn't have the reaction that the UMX has that it came out of, but it really holds true. Like, if I put it on a left bank, like, it'll just hold it. It'll just go. It'll just hold itself. You see right there, it just flies flat. Nice and straight, no trim. So we're just about out of time. So I have a 5-minute timer here, and that's what I had set on the UMX, and they're the same weight. I am running a slightly different prop. This is a 5x4 prop, so a little bit more pitch. So it might be a little harder on the motor, but so far it's doing fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and bring it in for a landing. Start slowing it down now. Okay, here we go. Oh, not a very smooth landing, but it didn't break.